Let me tell you about my trouble with girls, declared the Nobel Prize winner Tim Hunt in 2015 when talking about the presence of women scientists in labs. 3 things happen when they're in the lab. You fall in love with them, they fall in love with you, and when you criticize them, they cry. Across history, women have been mostly addressed as muses, playing the roles of wives, daughters, mothers, and assistants, finding themselves often reduced to sexual objects, incapable of performing complex masculine tasks. But did you know that she thought it? When will we reach gender equality? According to the 2016 Economic Forum, it will be in 2186, 170 years from now. Women still have to deal with everyday violence at different levels, such as sexism, economic inequality, lack of recognition and representation, and discrimination, to name a few. The current status of women in the world is best reflected in the persistent invisibility of women in the public space as well as in historical records. Branca Edme Marques was one of the first Portuguese scientists to work on radioactivity. She was trained by Marie Curie in Paris and developed groundbreaking work on radiochemistry. Dorothy Crowfoot Hodgkin was a British biochemist who made significant advances to the technique of X-ray crystallography and detected the structure of penicillin and of vitamin B12. Hannah Husch was a German artist, a well-known member of the Berlin Dada and a pioneer of photomontage. Ismak Chugtai was an Indian writer and a key figure in Urdu literature who openly addressed the issues of female sexuality. The stories we tell do matter. Myths and images about women create and influence our perception of reality. Women have decisively contributed to the development of our society in all its existing aspects, especially during major historical stages and transitions such as wars or revolutions. Women have played a key, often unrecognized role. They must not be forgotten. They must not be rendered invisible. Even though women today have gained access to areas previously restricted to men, they are still confronted with sexist positions, such as Tim Hunt's. The database She Thought It, Crossing Bodies in Sciences and Arts, is a new project with entries on women with 2 main purposes. 1. To cover, recover and discover women and their contribution in both sciences and arts. 2. To address questions on gender and power distribution while providing a public database with names of women whose steps had significantly marked history in fields such as sciences, arts, music and literature. She Thought It is not a mere listing of women and their achievements. In order to give women some of the recognition they deserve, special attention will be paid to the socio-historical context, particularly when we are dealing with times prior to the second wave of feminism, that is, to the 1980s. In order to enrich the database, different links will be provided covering, among others, media, visual arts, poetry, and essays, elements that may seem extrinsic to the entries, but truly expand the information at different levels.